welcome back. We're gonna be talking about Disney. You know what? I'll just bring up the page. Where's Trump? I guess he's in the White House or golfing. I don't fucking know. But Disney Marvel ditches Georgia for UK, killing local jobs. So we all know that Trump did this. We're gonna make movies great again, but that didn't apply to American movie makers and American companies. That applied to foreign movies being allowed to be shown here. And the tariffs wouldn't apply to them, I think, if they were filmed here. I think it was the case. Whatever the case, now movie makers are moving out of America to film their movies because it's too expensive here. And that's why they're going, where's Trump? President Trump has yet to make Hollywood great again, as according to a new report from Wall Street Journal. The Hollywood of the South just lost one of its biggest players, Disney, Marvel. And yes, they are maybe the biggest. I don't know. Marvel is now shifting its upcoming slate, which includes the Fantastic Four First Steps and includes the next Spider-Man and 2 new Avengers films, to the United Kingdom, where production is cheaper thanks to lower labor costs and comparable tax incentives. So that means all the actors who's going to be in these movies are going to have to basically live over there for the time of the filming. And that also means the backgrounds are going to be England backgrounds. And I mean, are they going to bring all the extras too? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how much cheaper is this?
Well, I would think they would hire the extras from over there instead of bringing all the extras from
but
here.
If they have lines, they're going to be like, can you do an American accent? And then they're going to start talking like John Wayne because that's how all the foreigners think Americans talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure can, partner. Okay, tax incentives lured studios to help build the Hollywood of the South. Now they're going overseas for cheaper labor costs. You know, I never knew that about Georgia, that a lot of films, filmed there because they're cheap cost. I believe every state has a different tax on movie making and such. I believe that's how it goes. Never knew that about Georgia, but this is concerning news. I do believe in American-made products, and that includes movies. I mean, for that matter, America has always been known for movies. I mean, all the foreigners I talk to going, I love the old American movies, and that's where I learned English and so on. And yes, I know not all of those were filmed in America, but the further you go back, the more of them that were filmed in America.
Yeah.
What is America going to stand for? I mean, we have Chinese products. Now movies are not going to be made here. Most of the cars are not made here. What's going to be the American image other than shooting each other and overeating and a bad educational system?
Yeah.
For years, Georgia attracted big budget Hollywood productions with generous state tax breaks, building what many called the Hollywood of the South. Film production spending in Georgia has dropped nearly 50% in just 3 years.
Oh, that's bad. That's a lot.
I think a lot of this is a FU to Trump, honestly. I mean, also they like to feel fancy, and you know how a lot of actors take on a British accent when they get famous.
Yeah.
They like to feel fancy. Plus they're opposing Trump, going, fuck you, America. We're gonna film over here.
Well, I had thought the main reason Disney Marvel was moving to Europe, and they probably didn't say this, but I think it's because they're so woke and they're woke crazy over in Europe, so they can push what they want to push without a bunch of backlash.
It's entirely possible. I mean, they do get more woke as time goes on. But, I don't know. I mean, but it is interesting. Marvel joins the overseas exodus. As noted, Marvel isn't alone. Universal shot Wicked in the UK, and Barbie was filmed at the same British facility now being used for Marvel's production. Maybe they got a very American looking area. I don't know. I don't know, but or maybe it's a big studio and they everything is a prop. I don't know, but it's just interesting to think about, I suppose. I still don't like the idea. I believe America should have its own things.
Yeah, I do too.
So, a Reddit user named Reddit admin or stands. I don't. That must be some young lingo stands. I don't know what this is about, but anyway, he says I was in production in the South for over 15 years, and I just worked my last production in May and started a real job. Yeah, it's got the quotations. It is an absolute. Okay, zoomed in too much. Let me get to it again. It is an absolute bloodbath out there for film crews, especially for New Orleans brothers and sisters. I know over a dozen NOLA crew that have had to move and switch their local unions to chase the incentives, and they're still struggling to find work, and the rest have left the industry like I did. So apparently, it's not just Georgia; it's places like New Orleans as well. And I know some of you out there is gonna be like, "It's New Orleans. Call it New Orleans." Fuck you, it's New Orleans.
But this is bad. This is going to put a lot of people out of work.
Yeah, well, yes, there's definitely that. There's the jobs, but there's also the whole American aspect. Uh, I remember when America was they made great cars. There was rock and roll, and and the best movies were made here.
Yeah,
What about now?
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
They're known for, like I said, a bad educational system, overeating, and guns. So where's Trump in all of this? Trump has spoken out on Hollywood outsourcing. Back in May, Trump proposed a 100% tariff on movies produced outside the US, calling foreign-made films a threat to the domestic film industry. But he was speaking of foreign films. Also, I think his whole tariff gimmick is played out. That's something you tease with. You don't go 100% tariff. You know,
Yeah,
going
that's a little much.
they're gonna bow down because I'll make it 200% if they don't. No, that whole gimmick is gonna hurt us. But there's a catch. The terrorists target foreign produced content being brought into the US, not productions leaving the US for a cheaper labor market. So
He
yeah,
kind of dropped the ball on that, didn't he?
he did this, but he didn't. He was thinking about these foreign movies are like, well, they want to get big in America, and he's like, well, tariffs, you know, either
Yeah.
they're going to do this or it's going to cost them big. But he didn't think anything about the American movie makers who are super woke. The whole industry, the writers, the actors, they're all super woke. Yeah, no, I mean, what did he think they were going to do? That should have
Well,
been where his focus was.
that just seems to me like Hollywood's going to become like a ghost town because there's nobody going to be making movies there. They're all going to move overseas because it's cheaper.
Yeah, kind of like Detroit, Michigan used to be known for cars, and now it's known for
Yeah.
ghetto, I suppose.
Yeah.
So Trump hasn't directly commented on Marvel's exit from Georgia or the broader collapse of the Hollywood of the South. So again, it's not just Georgia; it's the South, the locations where they would film at. In New Orleans, if you take a moment to think about it, was a very popular place. Think of any vampire movie, for example.
Yeah. And
So yeah,
I think The Walking Dead, some of it was filmed in Georgia, but I'm not entirely sure on that. But this is bad. I mean, this is going to just bring everything to a screaming halt. We're probably not going to get movies for a long time now because of
no,
this.
we will get movies. The problem is they won't be being made here. They'll still be marketed and shown here.
Oh, okay, I see. I understand. But we're not going to be able to make movies here because all the companies are going overseas. And if
Yeah,
Disney,
when a market falls apart like that, the professionals of the field quit being professionals. There's not new ones to come along because there's no call for that anymore.
yeah,
And meaning if we ever start again, providing there's a lapse of time, if we ever start again, there will not be qualified people to fill those roles.
yeah. And what's bad is these people that has worked in the industry for decades, they're at a loss for what to do now because that's all they know. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean their best bet is if they could get signed up with one of these big companies and basically move to England,
yeah,
which they'll be under the UK's thumb being crushed. Like, don't post a meme, you'll get locked up for it. Not to mention the ragheads. But okay.
yeah.
Anyway, uh, that's all for this one. Until next time, later.